Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Natalia Odinochkina, the General Manager of Abercrombie & Kent, Russia. I hope you and your families are both well. As we are now working out of home for an extended time, I thought it would be a good opportunity for you to learn something new, to get educated on some incredible travel potential that we have in Russia for your clients. Well, here is the map of Russia, which shows the sorry for that. Okay, so here is the Russian map, which shows how vast the country is. It stretches for about 10,000 kilometers from west to east. And it covers 11 time zones. We, as Abercrombie & Kent, Russia, are located in the capital cities of Moscow and St. Petersburg. From our offices in these two major cities, we are right in the center of some of the most fascinating and far-reaching arts and culture. But what gets so easily forgotten, however, is that Russia has some of the most picturesque landscapes in the world that many visitors miss by focusing purely on city breaks. So here today, I'm going to talk about the areas which lie outside of Moscow and St. Petersburg. We will start with the northern areas of Karelia and Murmansk. Then we will go down south to the Crimea and Altai Mountains and Altai region in the south of Russia, then move east towards the red area near the Lake Baikal, then up north to this vast green area called Yakutia, and finally to the Russian Far East, to the Kamchatka Peninsula. Here I'm listing the countries where Abercrombie & Kent, Russia operates in. So we operate in Ukraine, we operate in the stands. I'm listing here 3 stands, but in fact we operate in all 5 stands, as well as the Caucuses, the countries of Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan, and of course the Baltic countries that are so close to European part of Russia. So we specialize in helping you with hotel sourcing and coordinating hotels on the ground, with the shore excursions in St. Petersburg. Everything we do is tailor-made, so it's tailor-made tours and activities. We do some great theme tours that are dedicated to Russian literature or space exploration or gastronomy. So we can assist with any kind of excellent entertainment and theater tickets to the Bolshoi Theater and the Mariinsky Theater. And we do family programs as well as Jewish heritage tours. Extraordinary experience is something that we take very great pride in, because we always try to surprise our clients with some insider access experiences that they cannot Google or book easily themselves. Wildlife tours, this is what I'm going to focus on today, and of course photography tours. Okay, so today I would like to acquaint you with some of our favorite options in Russia, some of which lie even right on the doorsteps of the great cities. Well, first of all, we'll start with the Golden Ring of Russia. So the best season to travel is from April till October. Winter travel is also great. Well, these are traditional cities in Russia with some great white stone architecture. The cities are rich in culture, tradition, and fantastic sights. And it offers also many traditional crafts and souvenirs. So here is a picture of Sergei Posad, which is known as the heart of Russian Orthodoxy. The Trinity Lavra of St. Sergius is one of the largest Orthodox monasteries in the world, and it is a major tourist attraction. It was founded in the 14th century, and it's still an active monastery. So here is the magnificent Assumption Cathedral of the Holy Lavra Monastery of St. Sergius. A great way to explore Russia beyond Moscow is to take a river cruise. Well, after the construction of huge water reservoirs on the Volga River back in 1930s, many villages of that area were flooded and its inhabitants were relocated. So by cruising these areas, it's still possible to see the ancient churches standing alone, surrounded by water from all sides, an incredible sight. A river journey through the Golden Ring offers really unparalleled views of Russia and visits to some of the country's most iconic landmarks. A church of intercession on the Narrow River is almost 900 years old, and it is a masterpiece of medieval architecture. This is another fantastic site, the Kizhi Island, with its incredible wooden churches. The island stands on Lake Onega, and it is often described as an open-air museum of Russian history. Here, one can get a great glimpse into traditional peasant life. Considered a living village, this outdoor museum depicts how Russian peasants lived, worked, and worshipped from the 17th and to the 19th centuries. Well, the towns of the Golden Ring have seen a lot of destruction, human suffering, and international conquest over its long histories. So most of these incredible monasteries date back to the 14th century, when they were erected primarily as monasteries and seats of learning, shortly after which they were invaded by the Mongols from the east and the Poles from the west. And finally, they were taken by the militant atheists of the Soviet times, and often turned into gulags. It's possible to visit them now, and they're incredible museums nowadays. This is another area in the north of Russia. It is called Karelia. It is not far from St. Petersburg. It's a very easy trip from St. Petersburg for a couple of nights. And the best season to visit would be between May and August. It is the land of lakes, rivers, and waterfalls. It has some natural sites which are on the UNESCO World Heritage List, and it is a great area for hiking, rafting, fishing, and outdoor activities. So here are some pictures of Karelia. It is very often called the national park of the country. It contains two largest lakes in Europe, Lake Ladoga and Lake Onega. Karelia is also very often called the European lungs, Europe's lungs. More than half of its territory is covered by forests, and the rest is a dense network of more than 60,000 lakes and 27,000 rivers. This is a picture which has not been photoshopped. These are the real colors, autumn colors of the mountain park Ruskeala. It's a very special place that is located in the heart of the Republic of Karelia, near the border of with Finland. So basically it is what it is. It is an abandoned marble quarry filled with the groundwater. It's a cultural heritage site and a historic monument. Amongst the most popular attractions of Karelia are the native reserves and national parks. So a larger part of Karelian land is under special preservation control. The Vodlozero National Park, for example, is the largest reserve of untouched forests and marshes in Europe. In the nature reserve Kivach, you will see a beautiful waterfall, which is the biggest lowland waterfall in Europe. These waterfalls are so spectacular, and they're great to watch both in summer, in autumn, like this image shows, as well as in winter. Then, if we travel further to the north, we will come to the area called Murmansk, the city called Murmansk. So the best season to travel there would be winter. Why would one want to go there? Definitely for the Russian winter experience. One can stay in a modern hotel beyond the Arctic Circle and watch Aurora Borealis there. There are many activities that can be done there. It can be very easily combined with Moscow and St. Petersburg. So one of the activities would be visiting the very first Russian icebreaker that goes back to 1959 and watch Aurora Borealis, as well as meet the locals. These are the Sami people, the people of the local Sami tribes. who still live like this, you know, in a natural habitat, and your clients can take some fantastic pictures there. This they will learn how the people interact with the reindeers. Reindeer is a very important part of their habitat, and this experience can be very nicely combined in wintertime with 3 or 4 nights in Moscow, in the glamorous capital of Russia, then about 3 nights in Murmansk to explore the Aurora Borealis and the Sami ethnic people, and then you can finish this the trip also in St. Petersburg for another 3 or 4 nights. This is a beautiful trip for the winter, for January and February. Now we travel down south to the Crimea. The Crimean Peninsula is probably our southernmost tip, and the best season would be summer. Well, from spring, from April all the way through summer and until October. Very often it is called the Russian Riviera in analogy with French Riviera. Its main cities are Yalta and Sevastopol. These are prominent antiquity sites. Wine tasting at the local wineries is fantastic, and the area is great for hiking, mountain climbing, and paragliding. So here you can see some wonderful architectural monuments of the Crimea, like the Swallow's Nest. Sorry, and also the remains or the ruins of the ancient Greek colonies. You know, this area, the northern part, the northern range of the Black Sea, was colonized by the Greeks, who left their traces there. So your clients can visit excavation sites of ancient Greek colonies, which were part of the Bosporus Kingdom in the 5th century BC. So the Crimean Peninsula is abundant in local wineries, which produce a wide range of delicious products, from superb local sparkling wine to exclusive dry reds and whites. Now, if we travel, we're still in the south of Russia, but we're traveling to the east now, and we come to the Altai region. So the best season to travel would be short, July and August, because this is the time when you can experience the real summer there. The Altai is a very special place for Russians, but also for anybody who goes there. It's the land of really unique flora and fauna, which has unique healing qualities. Its mineral springs are known for the healing qualities, and some of its natural phenomenon, like Teletska Lake, is listed on the UNESCO World Heritage List. Again, this is a great place for hiking, rafting, and wildlife watching. So the Altai is the precious pearl of Russia, the land of colossal mountains, great rivers and lakes, authentic traditions and beliefs. Well, I'm very happy to introduce you to this magnificent region, which you probably know very little about, but where you can find a program meeting any of your clients' interests and wishes, whether your clients want to rest and relax or get an active tour or meet the local tribes for cultural experience. The Altai Mountains are the highest in Siberia. The Altai Republic is very popular for adventure tourist sites. The region is popular, again, as I mentioned, for rafting, kayaking, rock climbing, horse riding. So what makes this place so unique? It is located in the very center of Asia, at the junction of Siberian taiga forest, the Kazakh steppes, and the semi-deserts of Mongolia. It's a mountainous terrain with an extremely picturesque landscape. Very often it is called the Russian Tibet in the center of Eurasia, where several states, natural zones, and cultural worlds meet. Here is the picture of the image of Akim Lakes. This is a perfect place for those who prefer to rest alone with the nature. So there are 2 lakes, 2 mirror lakes. They're located in the Altai mountainside, and they create absolutely peaceful and bewitching atmosphere. The whole area of Akim Lakes is considered a natural monument and is deeply loved for its pure, pristine beauty. Look at this picture. This is incredible natural phenomenon, the so-called Altai mushrooms. They're, of course, stone formations, which were created, by the wind and by the centuries of time. And this is, again, another incredible sight to see. I'm showing you some other images of the Altai. So again, these colors are the real colors of the Altai terrain. And here you can also see some of the ethnic tribes, and their traditional beliefs. Where do you stay there? So there is a great place, the luxury resort Altai village Teletskaya. It's located on the shores of the famous Teletskaya Lake. And the whole territory is surrounded by endless mountain range, filled with pure coniferous air, and combines untouched woods, high mountains, meadows, and turbulent waterfalls. So due to the uniqueness of the location and high level of service, this place is surely the best 5-star hotel to stay in the Altai Mountains. So the accommodations, the infrastructure is there. So here is an example of one of the rooms that looks like a lodge. Now we travel further to the east. We are still in the south of Russia, in the southeast of Russia, and we come to Lake Baikal. Well, this is, of course, the name that you may have heard before. So the best season would be, again, July and August, but also March. March is very special, and I'll speak a bit later about why. So it is the largest freshwater lake in the world, which contains about 20% of the world's surface freshwater. It's also one of the oldest lakes and definitely the deepest in the world. The lake is famous for many indigenous species of animals, fish, and plants. And we can arrange a wonderful tailor-made trip, which will include so many different active elements. And this trip is great for adults as well as children. So here you will see a few images of the lake. Well, traveling to the deepest and purest lake in the world is a real dream for many people. Its greatness, coupled with stunning nature, unique culture, and a wide variety of activities, both in winter and in summer, makes it really a perfect tourist destination. So the lake is, as I mentioned already, it's the largest freshwater lake in the world, with an average depth of 750 meters. It is very often called the Pearl of Siberia. The lake is about 25 million years old, and it is also amongst the clearest in the world. Just think of it. If we decide to fill up the basin of Lake Baikal with the waters of old world-famous rivers, Volga, Don, Dnieper, Yenisei, Ganga, Orinoco, Amazon, the Thames, Seine, and Oder, all of these rivers, this will take 1 year to fill up the basin of Lake Baikal. Pretty incredible, isn't it? So Baikal is home to more than 1,700 species of plants and animals, 2/3 of which can be found nowhere else in the world. Here is the picture of Baikal in March. This is when the water freezes to the depth of 1 meter, and because it is such a pure water, the ice is also very pure and very clear, and you can walk on this ice and still see underwater world right beneath you. It's great to do the dog sled ride with husky dogs on the ice of Lake Baikal in March. Look at these mushroom formations that you can also walk upon, in March. And here is a picture of the Baikal Nerpa. It is the Earth's only water seal. It was the freshwater seal. This animal is it's under protection. So what activities can you do on Lake Baikal? Well, so many. You can take a ride on a boat or hovercraft in summer to get the hidden sandy bays, small islands with a magnificent untouched nature and high observation points. You can go into the mysterious caves where it's possible to see the traces of an ancient man. It's also possible to get familiar with the culture of the local Buryat people, whose religion is Buddhism. So you can see these Buddhist temples there, which you hardly expect in this place. Meeting local people is the best way to learn more about the local culture. So to do it, you would visit the Golden Horde Ethnic Park to learn about the cultural identity of the Buryat people, their national cuisine and housekeeping. Every guest can participate in the national ceremonies of dancing, singing, playing the folkloric instruments. Here you can see some of these pictures. You know, the Siberia, by the way, is considered the heart of shamanism. It is still a traditional religion of many Buryat people, and there is a lot of shamanic holy places and natural temples of the deities where annually are held most mass religious prayers. It's possible to take part in those. It's great to relax in a hotel, in a spa hotel, right on the shores of Lake Baikal. Or one can take a train ride on the Baikal railroad, and the train is pulled by the real steam locomotive. This is what it looks inside. Great trip. Then we leave Lake Baikal in the south, and we travel to the north to a huge area in the north of Russia called Yakutia. So the best season would be definitely summer, and I'll show you why in a second. So this is the land of extreme temperatures. Right in Yakutia, one can visit a unique mammoth museum and a permafrost institute. Yakutia is also known as our second biggest diamond mining area in the world. It's famous for a certain geographical and natural phenomenon, the Lena Pillars. They are on the UNESCO World Heritage Site. And I guess, again, this place is great for hiking, rafting, and fishing. So Yakutia is located, as I mentioned, in the northeastern part of Siberia. It is the world's coldest inhabited place, known as Sakha Republic or Yakutia. So the visitors can experience a fantastic Russian folk adventure tour there. They can visit the Pole of Cold obelisk. They can do ice fishing in those brave ones that come in winter. But again, not in the peak of winter, not in February, not in January, but I would probably recommend February or March. So they can do a lot of great things. They can go ice fishing, visit a farm of Yakutian horses. This is a special original Siberian breed, small and steady, accustomed to live outdoor in extreme cold conditions. Guests will visit the ice tunnel with giant ice crystals on the walls and ceiling, as well as the ice sculptures. They can take a cruise on the Lena River, which meanders through the taiga forest, and finally come to this incredible Lena Pillars Natural Park. It is marked by spectacular rock pillars that reach a height of approximately 100 meters along the banks of the river. So these pillars were produced by the region's extreme continental climate with an annual temperature range of almost 100 degrees Celsius, from minus 60 Celsius in winter to plus 40 Celsius in summer. And if you travel there in winter, this is what you might look like. This is the official temperature when this picture was taken was minus 62 Celsius. Far east of Russia. So we come to the Pacific rim of Russia, of the Russian Federation. Again, the best time to visit would be July and August. It is, again, the land of unique flora and absolutely unique fauna. It's the land of Ussuri tigers and snow leopards. The Sikhote Alin Nature Reserve is a unique natural park where many species are kept under a special program to restore the population of these very rare wild animals. Again, this area is great for hiking and wildlife watching. We can arrange for a fantastic photo safari there. Well, talking of the plants, you can see, surprisingly, in this part of Russia, you can find a lot of subtropical plants, lilies and orchids. It's also possible to come across a piece of a meteorite, this piece of that came to us from space, and you can find it scattered on the ground there in the natural park. And here is the probably the biggest attraction of the far eastern territory of Russia, the Siberian tiger, or Panthera tigris altaica, also called Amur tiger or Ussuri tiger. So it is a subspecies of the tiger and the largest living cat in the world. Another famous cat that lives there would be Amur leopard or snow leopard. It is one of the critically endangered animals on Earth. There are only 40 of these species left in the world, and most of them live on the Russian territory in Russia. And finally, we come to Kamchatka. Kamchatka is a peninsula in the far east of Russia. The season is to visit it is quite short. It's only 2 months, July and August. The demand is huge, and it's still is growing from year to year. So it's important to book way ahead of time. It's the land of volcanoes, geysers, and brown bears. Kamchatka alone has about 160 volcanoes. 29 of them are still active. The Geyser Valley is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and the best attraction there would be bear watching. So I'm showing here the map of Kamchatka, and it is surrounded with the Pacific Ocean on the right, to the right. And here is here are some of the volcanoes. It is Kamchatka, very often called visiting Kamchatka is very often called the last wilderness on Earth. And it seems like you are staying on the edge of the Earth, where the sun rises up from the Pacific Ocean and reaches the summits of the smoking volcanoes. Very often, one would need a helicopter to travel to the most famous sites there, like the Geyser Valley. A helicopter excursion to the Geyser Valley is the most popular tour. During this tour, your clients can view erupting Karimsky volcano. They can fly around another volcano and land there near to watch the crater lake. Then they land in the Valley of the Geysers and explore about 18 big and small geysers, boiling mud cauldrons, and other natural phenomena. Then they can have a picnic here and come back to their hotel. So these are the incredible cosmic sights that they will see during these tours. And the most incredible, the biggest attraction of Kamchatka would be the big brown bears. Kamchatka has about 10,000 of those guys living in this one peninsula. We can bring your clients very close to watch the bears. Here look at the bear, the little bears, that are so cute and curious. And here are the two young bears fighting for domination. And here they are, the bears that are very close to you, that you can watch in abundance. In Alaska, you can also go bear watching. I know that. But in Alaska, you probably will need to go and search for them. In Kamchatka, there are so many of them, and they're all around you. Of course, we provide all the necessary security. Hiking, volcano climbing is also a very, very, very popular activity in that area. Here is an example of a local helicopter that can be used for the helicopter tours. Kamchatka often offers the cultures of ancient people, skiing from the tops of volcanoes, sea diving, rafting, marvelous views of volcanoes, miles of untouched tundra, and of course the bear watching that I spoke about already. This is a real dream come true. I'm showing here some of the most incredible sights that your people can photograph when visiting Kamchatka. Marine excursion by motorboat on Abacha Bay to the Three Brothers Rock Formation, fishing for sea perch, mackerel, halibut, and shellfish. That's another possibility. Your clients can observe very rich seabird colonies with puffins, cormorants, and seagulls. They can observe baby seals from a very close distance. Here is one of those cute guys. And diving. Diving is available for certified divers, but your clients don't even have to dive. We will have certified divers go to bring the freshest seafood to their lunch. You may wonder what kind of accommodations there are there. Well, here is an example of a very nice lodge. This is a very, well, in my opinion, the best hotel there. It's called the Northern Adventures, and it is a balneological resort meant for solitary recreation of a very few visitors. So there are only 17 rooms there or in total, luxury apartments, and each of them has an open air pool filled with thermal water. So it's a great finale of the day of bear watching, flying the helicopter to relax in your own pool at the end of the day. And finally, I would like to finish my presentation with a very brief introduction of two other major areas where Abercrombie & Kent Russia can assist your clients with. First of all, it's the stands. There are 5 of them: Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, and Kyrgyzstan. Traveling there has become easy. Many stands have lifted all the visas, so it's very easy to visit them. They're very nicely connected via London, Frankfurt, and Istanbul. And most importantly, they are prominent centers of culture and architecture, part of this Great Silk Road from China to Europe. So here is the map of the stands. You see, they're all very close to each other. And here you can see some incredible petroglyphs or stone carvings that go back millions of years. Fantastic architectural ensembles of the Registan Square in Uzbekistan, and the local people that are so incredibly hospitable, warm, and friendly. And finally, the Caucuses. The best season to travel would be from April to October. It's a very nice long season, and the area includes 3 countries: Azerbaijan, Georgia, and Armenia. It's a very nice, very interesting mix of Europe and Asia. Georgia and Armenia are the 2 oldest Christian countries in the world. The 3 countries have a great number of sites on the UNESCO World Heritage List, and again, very easy connections. These are very good hubs with contemporary airports. So here's a picture of Armenian monastery with a very dramatic backdrop of the Ararat mountain, an ancient cathedral of Armenia and Georgia, and the capital of Georgia, Tbilisi, which is a very warm, lovely, picturesque city. Well, why would you want to book these tours with ANK Russia? Well, our team, here I'm listing, some of the reasons for doing that. First of all, we are based in Moscow and St. Petersburg, but this is our country, our terrain. We conduct operations in the remote destinations well beyond the Moscow and St. Petersburg, and even beyond Russia's boundaries. So we cooperate with highly professional local suppliers. We contract the hotels and guides directly. We carefully select the product before introducing it to the market, to you, to your clients. And we design the product. We participate in all the steps of the product development chain. And very importantly, we constantly monitor and control our operations in order to ensure the best service and peace of mind for you guys when your clients are on the ground. I'm showing here my team. Not all of them are here, but most part of my team on the ground in Moscow. So we are, we can provide the absolutely unique experiences in these 2 major cities of Russia, in Moscow and St. Petersburg. But moreover, if the experienced traveler wants to travel beyond those 2 big metropolitan areas to get a complete picture of these beautiful regions of Russia, he needs the help of the professional DMC like ANK Russia. The Russian countryside is big enough for us all to enjoy, and we look forward to revealing this great outdoors to your clients. Now, dear partners, during these last weeks, we have been faced, as you know, all with unprecedented situation brought about by the coronavirus. As the travel industry is always the most vulnerable to any significant worldwide events, we at the Abercrombie & Kent are equally affected by the dramatic decline in travel volume. Like everyone else, we are monitoring the situation and waiting for the world to return to normal, and look forward to welcoming back our guests who cannot travel at this time, and to actively working with you all again. I'd like to thank you all for your ongoing support and loyalty, and wish you to stay healthy We hope to welcome your valued guests in Russia very soon. Thank you very much.